Let's now tell you what else made news around the world. Time for Gravitas Global Headlines.
Sudan's warring parties have agreed to a 24-hour ceasefire from Saturday, according to a joint statement by US and Saudi mediators. Multiple ceasefires have been agreed and broken despite sanctions on the two warring generals. China warns the United States against interfering in Cuba's internal affairs in response to reports that Beijing was planning to set up a spy base on the island just off American shores. EU nations reach an agreement on hosting of asylum seekers and migrants more equitably. The breakthrough comes after a fraught day of negotiations between EU interior ministers in Luxembourg, bringing forth a long-stalled revision of the bloc's rules. Russia will start deploying tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus after the facilities are ready in July, President Vladimir Putin told his Belarusian counterpart Alexander Lukashenko. Hundreds of members of Zapatista communities and their supporters marched in Mexico City on Thursday. The demonstration was done to pressurize the government to do more to stop a wave of violence affecting their indigenous region. According to this community, violence is being waged against the Zapatista National Liberation Army. The World Health Organization declared the end of the Marburg virus outbreak in Equatorial Guinea. This came after the 4-month epidemic in the African country. The WHO chief, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, paid tribute to the health workers for their ultimate sacrifice and services. Rishi Sunak and Joe Biden sign Atlantic Declaration as hopes of a trade deal ends. The agreement moves UK firmly into US economic orbit, but falls short of full trade deal that Tories promised in 2019. Hazardous air quality levels continue to overwhelm parts of the eastern United States as a wave of smoke from Canadian wildfires billowed across the border. Taking charge on the severity of the situation, allies from around the world have now promised to increase their help to Canada in its fight against the wild blazes. Sweden's Supreme Court gives the go-ahead for the government to extradite a man supporting the PKK to Turkey, a key demand by Ankara to ratify Stockholm's NATO membership. If approved, this would be the first PKK supporter extradited by Sweden to Turkey. Defending champion Iga Swiatek will face unseeded Karolina Muchova in the women's singles final at the French Open. Swiatek beat Beatrice Haddad Maya in straight sets and will have the chance to win her third Roland Garros crown. Muchova has won the only previous match between the two players.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.